Hi everyone, Melissa here, coming on today with My Creative Times 150th edition release. Sneaky Peek Day 1, Sneaky Peek Day 2 will be on Wednesday, and then the release day will be on Thursday. So keep that in mind. And so I will be showing all of the products that I use after I've showed you my projects, because it's quite a bit and I don't want to keep you around if you don't want to look and see how I created some of the things. All right, so starting out, we have the Cute Wagon Die. It'll come with 6 pieces in there, and this is adorable when it's put together. I love it. We have some Wagon Sentiment stamp and dies, and let me just take this out so that you can see this. I don't want to read everything, but hopefully you can see everything though. And then these are the what you stamped your sentiments in, and this is a little paper clip. It's so cute, but you'll see how it looks on my project. And then next up we have the Leaf Add-ons plate, and this is adorable. I love these leaves, but this is a really cute set. I love it, and so that she has them facing opposite ways except for these two. So really cute. Next up, she has the Flower Wagon Add-ons plate, and these are several different flowers. Absolutely adorable. This one reminds me of a poppy. Just really cute. I love these flowers. Adorable. And then the last thing is a 3.75 by 4.75 rectangle doily dies, and this is a beautiful set. So elegant. So I really like that one as well. First up, we're going to show this cute little wagon die. How adorable is that? I love it. All the little flowers that you have to add on. Love how the little leaves kind of drape down off of the wagon. Just adorable, simple to put together, and My Creative Time will have that on her channel showing how to put together. But I love this. And then check out this little torn paper edge on there, and then you can add your little paper clip on there. Super cute. And I love the paper. The paper was released last month, and so I thought I would use that as like a little bit of grass back there. Kind of looks like it, maybe not, but I still love the look of this card. And like I said, I will show you everything that I use to create these cards at the end. So if you like to stick around and see what I use, you may do so. And then there goes the inside of the card. Thought I would pop a little flower in there along with one of those leaves. And then these are the torn paper edges, I think, something like that. But like I said, you'll see it at the end. But love that card. So we'll set that right over there. And here we go. Next up, I thought I would use just pieces of the wagon to create a fence and a little wheel off to the side. You know, just looks like something that would be sitting out in the backyard, out maybe in your garden, and having little flowers grow through the fence and everything. I did use some rocks from a previous release, and then there goes Happy Spring, which is from that same Wagon Sentiment Stamp and Die set. And then I also used some of her enamel dots that she released last year as well. And so just keep in mind, those are still in the store as of right now, but once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to pick some of those up, you may do so. And then I pulled out that little cat that was in one of her releases last year as well. But I love this. It's just so adorable. And then there goes the inside of that one. Just really cute. And then here goes the doily, the rectangle doily. Thought that was just so pretty, so elegant. So that's the route I took. I wanted my card to be a little bit more elegant. And so I used the papers that she released last week. I did put some vellum over that just to calm it down. And so what I did was I also just popped that doily right on top so I could have a place to glue that vellum down, and it wouldn't look any different. You wouldn't notice the difference. But I love that paper underneath. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. And then I did some inking and some paint splatter on top of there, and I used a couple items from her previous release here for the butterfly and that little butterfly trail, and I'll show you that in a little bit. I did add some gems on there. And then that Thinking of You also came from the Wagon Sentiment Stamp and Dies. Just really pretty. And then here goes another card that I created with those leaves that the wagon leaf dies. Just really pretty. Those are beautiful. I love it. I thought I would add a little greenery in there along with the some little gems on top of there. And then this came from that same set. Hope this card brightens your day. Really, really pretty. Love it. And I did use the 3.75 by 4.75 card base to create this one. And I didn't finish the inside, but I will. But it's so pretty, and I love how it turned out. I did add a few more gems down below as well. Really cute. Last item that I used was I pulled out her coffee bag die. I thought this was so cute because she had the sentiment sending loads of pumpkin spice and everything nice. And I did use everything from her dies to create even these little pumpkins. I thought that was just so cute, and I thought the leaf was perfect to add behind there. And I used some of her epoxy stickers. Remember those, once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want some of those coffee bean epoxy stickers, you might want to pick those up. And then I also used that paper that was released with the epoxy stickers for my bag. And then these are the 2 scoops. And I also put on the back side, I dangled little latte dangle there. I added another pumpkin, and then in the inside of that I put, in the inside of the circle, I put a little something to perk you up. So I thought that turned out so cute. Now if you'd like to see what I used to create all the projects, just stick around. Okay, like I said, it's a lot of product that I use, so I want to go kind of quickly. We have the coffee bean epoxy stickers, traditional Halloween enamel dots. I also used the 3.75 by 4.75 card base layer. This is where I got that little cat from, Fairy Halloween add-ons. I also used a couple items from here. I used this postage look, and then this one here. This is where I got that coffee bag from. It's called Coffee Bag Die set. Cute bumblebee dies. Pretty butterfly. That's where I got that butterfly. Cute bumblebee dies is where I got that little, actually I used this one, the little impression of the heart. Coffee frame dies is where I got the scoops and the latte. Little something to perk you up. That's from where I got that, and it's called the Perk You Up Stamp and Die Set. 5x5 card base layer dies. Flower pot add-ons, and that's where I got the rock from, and the little grass. Now this one is how I made my pumpkin. So out of the envelope, holiday envelope, I took that little pumpkin there, and then I also pulled out the ginger boy and girl Christmas add-ons, and I used that little piece there and added it into the center of the pumpkin to create my pumpkins. I also used the rectangle frame die layers, torn paper frame dies, torn paper frame die. That was the layers. This is the torn paper frame dies. Now for the papers that I used the Spring Watercolors 2025. Gorgeous paper. That's where I used the green and the teal looking paper. Brewed with Love. That's where I got the coffee bean paper. And then I used the Spring Solids 2024 to grab that yellow for my my wagon. And once again, here's everything that I created for you today. I love this release. That wagon is adorable. Absolutely love it. And like I said, I used one of the pieces from the wagon to create my fence, and that wheel also came from the wagon as well. But this is such an adorable release. So make sure you come back tomorrow to see what I've created for Sneaky Peek Day 2. Use the links down below. And that's about it. Make sure you use Mo for 10% off your total purchase or 15% off on release weekends. That's all I have for you. Thanks so much, everyone. You all have a blessed and crafty day.